Alec Sjoholm versus Lukeman Owolabi for all the marbles, barring something bizarre. Oh, and check that out. First bingo, we just see it hit the board of Derned, the Collins only word,
And it's
after the opening
challenge.
play of Chi, and it gets 5 extra points from the challenge. Wow, okay, need to stop talking. Josh, your thoughts on all of this?
Well, I mean, look at the opening rack. You can see on the right side next to that J for Jellimocha's QI keeping Wibby. Two B's, a Y, and
Yeah.
very lucky that Alec gets an E to play through so he can play Webby. Barring that, it would have been really difficult to get rid of all those duplicates. He might have to settle for something like Witty, keeping two B's. So now it's 52 to 78, and UUV is has appeared on Lukeman's rack. So it'll be very interesting to see how he gets rid of his clunk. So
Yeah,
far, yeah, so far so good. Nothing that special here. Vuggy comes
that's the
down.
play.
That's
That's
the
the
play for
play.
sure. It keeps
Yep.
two A's and a U, but you got to score those 38 points and another V. We're going to see the V's on the board very quickly, which is something I like to see. I don't like V's. I don't like late V's. I don't know about you, Will, but Vivo comes down very quickly again, and this game is off to a raring start.
Yeah, as for
And
V's,
Vanadis. Oh my god.
oh man, Lukeman spotting the very improbable bingo from the V here of Vanadis pertaining to vanadium, the element. Oh man, that would be. I bet Lukeman will see this, but that would be a big, big difference here between spotting that difficult bingo, and he does see it. Wow,
Boom.
Lukeman is up over 100. He is a huge favorite to win this game now. Oh man. But it's still so early, and Alec is so talented. We've seen already Alec making such clever plays at a deficit to work his way back into the game. Still far too early for me to be making those kind of statements. So we'll see. But that is a huge find for Lukeman here of Vanadis. Great play.
Yeah, now back to Jellimocha's Alex Seaholm, our reigning North American Scrabble champion. He has all 1 point tiles. All of his tiles score a measly 1 point, and if you don't have a bingo with those tiles, you'll be hard pressed to find a scoring play. Luckily, we have the T hook on the S in Vanadis. We also have at least a play of on two, making DOONUT and SO that'll allow Alec to score some points here. So we might see a play with ST. We might see on two. What are you thinking, Will? Am I missing something?
I think that was very thorough. On two looks like a really solid play. Again, as Josh said, all 1 point tiles. Really difficult to wring high scoring plays out of this. But the best way to do it here, playing parallel to the letters of Vanadis, making those 2 letter words. You hear it over and over that those 2 letter words are the foundation of Scrabble. But there is this idea. I was wondering if he was going to play something like Tolt, and the reason he's playing that is simply to get a good S hook out onto the board. And
Yep.
wouldn't you believe it? Lukeman has no way of dealing with that. He has no vowels on this rack unless he wants to burn his blank, which you know he's not going to do here. It's too valuable for that. He has no way to obstruct the S hook of Toltz that Alec just put on the board. So, wow, big break for Alec. That so it's not a big break in a certain way. Lukeman drew the blank, but the fact that it's coupled with 6 consonants is really going to slow him down here. That's just what Alec needs.
Yep, absolutely. And I mean, the plays are not very numerous here for for Lukeman. I think Fag, yeah,
Oh
Fag is.
my God!
Oh my goodness, rezones immediately for Alec, and it's a game, folks. 190 to 206. Lukeman drew a vowel, but he's not going to be able to do much with it, I don't think, unless he has a bingo through that O and rezones. But that was exactly what Alec needed. 16
Unreal.
point lead. Um, yeah, this is exactly what we want to see. Man.
What a swing right there. Now, Lukeman is a very cool customer. He just has to stay calm. He's got to realize, okay, that wasn't ideal. Um, but I have the blank, and I have places where I can dump some letters and potentially go for a bingo coming back. Um, I guess the tricky thing though for Lukeman now is he's got that blank, but he doesn't have an E on his rack. And the E is the key to this position, right, Josh? You've got a couple of spots on the board that really require the E if you're going to hit a bingo here.
Yeah, and I wouldn't be super surprised to see an aggressive play here come down. Maybe something like PERC through that E and rezones just to set up his blank. The blank can be used as an H or an S. I don't know if there are any other hooks to that word in Collins, but it might be time for Lukeman to be like, okay, this is getting too close for comfort. Let's make a daring play and see what comes of it. I'm not really sure.
Yeah, tough to make a play like that. He is up by 16 prior to his play. It's very tempting to just.
Oh, purse is good. Okay, never mind.
Oh yeah. Oh, with purse available, yeah, that's certainly scary with that. But I'm just wondering if will he opt to play aggressively in some way, or will he just kind of wait and bide his time, knowing that this board is actually very difficult to score on. The only triple word score that's open is to the W of Webby. That's going to be very difficult to hit that spot. And but look at what Alex
Oh my
drawn.
goodness. Is there something there? Calmy as I see doesn't fit. Um, yeah, but that is a huge draw for Alec, the blank and the S when he definitely needed it. We saw a suggestion last turn for crib and DI through that B and Webby. That's a good suggestion by somebody who says they like crib. I'm not sure if that's a baby or if that's just a human being, but
I
yeah.
frequently misremember that scrib is not a word. I don't think it is, right?
No,
I feel
no
like
scrib. It's
I feel
script.
like that's one of, yeah, script and scrab is a Collins word. Like we're playing
Okay.
scrab right now. But
And
yeah, Lukeman ends
scrub.
up playing dip.
So Cam comes down. That seems really solid.
Okay,
Scores
there
a
is a
ton of
bingo.
points, but
There
now,
is
yeah,
playable bingos here. Turning that blank into an E. I'm quite
court
sure.
tile,
Yep,
right?
quite sure that Lukeman knows this word, and really the only option to play it, I think, is with RE under rezones. I don't think you want to play with Oak here.
No, probably not. Although it will score, maybe is it more points? It creates a huge spot to play OKEH, which we saw in a previous game.
But
Um,
Lyricon's very likely to come down in response through the O. Oh
yeah,
man.
this is this is so exciting,
It's
everybody.
a great final
Um,
game in progress here, folks.
yeah, we're loving the closeness of this match, and it's happening pretty fast as well. I don't know, the time is flowing so fast here. Lyricons through that I mean, it scores really nicely. I don't know if there's anything else. Yeah, that's the only bingo available in the position. So that would score 78 points. Alec would be up by 5 points, and it would be Lukeman's turn to see what he has brewing. And I mean, lots of these good tiles are being played early. We already see two S's gone. The third S is already on Alec's rack. We saw the first blank just played. If Alec finds Lyricons, that'll be the second blank. So things might slow down here, but you never know. You don't need blanks to score tons of points. You just need specific letters. So we might just see scoring and scoring and scoring. We might see fewer bingos, but yeah, I can't wait to see what happens next here.
Yeah, good points from you guys that maybe the 3 extra point quartile with Oak is actually a reasonable play. It's hard to hit the triple underneath there for a lot of points. It does make that H hook for OKEH. We saw that earlier in a TWL game. But other
And
than that,
Lyricons was found.
maybe taking the 3 points was worth it, not only for the points, but also to allow fewer bingos in response back. I don't know. That's kind of interesting.
Yeah, it's
Um,
possible. We might want to analyze that afterwards.
yeah, for sure. That's worth looking at some point.
And this is looks like a weird rack at first, but there are lots of scoring options here for Lukeman. He can play X's, maximize the leave here. X's to the S and Lyricons for 33, keeping the AERT beautiful leave. He can also play retaxed or exerted to that D and Darren. I don't really like that as much, but if he wants to play off some more tiles, score a couple more points, that is an option as well. Axel to the L and Lyricons, less dangerous version of X's because it doesn't put the X right below a double word score. What are you thinking, Will?
Just that even the X plays that you can get here that score 30 or Xeat, I guess, underneath Oak, making Oka and Nat, that would score 40, leaving ER. But those plays are all a little bit unsatisfying just because you're just leaving things open. You're leaving it open for Alec to potentially draw a bingo and take command of the game. There's really nothing you can do about it. There's no way around it. You're just sort of hoping that if you're Lukeman here, you're hoping that you're the next player to get that bingo down and take control of the game. I do think that we're going to see at least one more bingo here, and potentially only one more, and it will decide the game. Let's see if we're right about that. Let's see if I'm right.
Yeah,
I
that's a
don't want
good
to
prediction.
lump you in with me here.
No, I might go with you on that one. There's also a really interesting word here, an interesting play of Exiat underneath Quartile and Cam, making REE and OKA. That maximizes score 40 points, and also deals with the spot that was being discussed in chat. The spot below Cam is actually a very, very big spot on the board. A play could come down there easily for 40, 50, maybe even 60 points, forming Oka or OKE. So it might be wise to get rid of that spot with Exiat once and for all. Who knows?
Yeah, totally not disagreeing with anyone in the chat that's saying they preferred the lower down quartile. I didn't mean to imply that. I definitely am
All
seeing
right,
what you
that's
guys are
fair.
saying. I like it. I like what you guys are saying. Ooh, wow.
I don't like the play of Sexer only because there aren't that many consonants left and you're getting rid of one of your prime consonants, but the 3 extra points, it's hard to say no. Um Blocked nauseate triple.
Oh my God.
Oh man.
So Exiat, as nice of a play as that would have gotten hammered by Nauseate, which would have been not quite game ending, but pretty close.
Yeah,
Wow.
131 points. Oof.
Pretty close to a game ender. So Lukeman maybe with a slight mistake there, but again, we've talked about it before as we see what I think is the best play of
Look,
N8 go
1
down.
point tiles only, and it's 34 points. This is what I was
Yep.
talking about. That is a big spot. So we will be looking at the core tile position afterwards to see.
Yeah, no question about it.
And wow, a 3 consonant or 4 consonant draw
With a
for
J.
Lukeman, which
Yeah.
means that Alec might be in some vowel trouble.
Yeah, look at that pool. So you can see it's currently Lukeman's turn. He has the letters that you see at the bottom of your screen, and the tiles left are, from his perspective, 15 vowels to 9 consonants. And he just saw his opponent use 3 vowels on a play that scored 34 points with only 1 point tiles. Definitely a play that you'll see made with 1 or 2 vowels in reserve a lot of the time. So this could be getting tricky for Alec, as Josh said. If he is mired with vowel trouble, he's not going to bingo and he's not going to score. That's the problem when you have so many vowels on your rack. So the question is, does he have a good spot for his J, or should he potentially keep it and just hope that if Alec is
Pang,
oh
beautiful play.
wow.
Beautiful play by Lukeman. That was suggested by Squish and Chat. Nice find there. It does a great job of getting rid of multiple threats at the same time and keeping a scoring tile. Aioli comes down. Alec is in big trouble here. He's down 10 points and on turn, and he just kept UAE.
And he's going
So
to get hit with Haj on top of Aoli here, almost certainly. And that is going to be devastating to his win chances
and
here.
then what, right? Like then the board is just dead.
Panged, what a clever idea by Lukeman. Great recognition of the situation. Really, really wanting to block that D of Durned so that Alec cannot bingo there. keeping the J and another consonant, the T, behind for next turn, knowing that the vowels that are coming, that are for sure coming with that unseen pool, are going to fill out really nicely with those two consonants. I love that. That's such a good play.
Yeah, Haj comes down, looks better, definitely looks better than Jizz to the Z there. That's a yeah, that's a killer play for Lukeman. And look at this rack. You can no longer exchange. There are only 5 tiles in the bag. You can only exchange when there are 7 or more tiles in the bag. Alec is really feeling the heat here, and he's going to need a miracle. He's really going to need a miracle here. I think we might see Lukeman walk away with this one.
Yeah, hard to see what you can even do other than play off as many vowels as you can. He plays auto. Oh, wow. Look at that. He has
Okay.
maybe some chances. Does he have M? I'm trying to see if there's any sevens in there that might play on top of auto. It's not impossible, but I'm not sure I see any yet.
Mousier fits with Ma, Oop, Uta, and Sun.
Whoa, mousier. Now, obviously, Lukeman is going to have every incentive possible to just play anything in that spot that does not hook. The real trick is, are there any bingos available through the HA of Haj and
Or
Aioli?
maybe through the I and Lyricons. I mean, that's still a
It's
threat.
possible.
So
Let's
you really have
see.
to do your due diligence here if you're Lukeman. And he has 5 minutes left
Yep.
to make the decision. How do I defend this board as much as possible? And you might come to the conclusion playing something maybe underneath pangs or a top auto like FEW, for example, making fawn that kills the spot. Um, but maybe there's some outside chance that there's some crazy possible word here for Alec that plays somewhere else on the board. I'm not seeing it.
The thing that really helps Lukeman's cause here is that that spot now on top of auto is already the best scoring spot for him, right? His eye is already gonna be drawn to that spot above the ON because of his F and W that fit there. So even if it almost hurts Alec that that spot that he had, if he could had Mousier in that spot easily,
Mhm.
but the fact that it's
2
so
comes down.
okay, so two
I
comes
think
down
that's
to
it.
block. That looks like it should seal the deal here, barring something
Yep,
crazy that we're not seeing. I don't think
there's
anything
nothing
exists.
available.
Wow, Lukeman, Owolabi. And by the way, it's after midnight where Lukeman is playing, so he is playing late into the night. I know he's a night owl, but still. This looks like he has wrapped things up here. Um, Let me just quickly go
Absolutely.
see some of the other results while we watch this game finish up. I'm gonna go check.
The best Alec can do here is play Noir under between Quartile and Sexer, which is really cool. It's a really nice insertion play, but it's not going to do the job. He's down 75 points. And yeah, that's it. He needed that bingo. He wouldn't have even had it. The M was in the bag, but as mentioned in chat by right behind you, there's a very likely shot of getting Mousier from Lukeman's perspective because there are 2 unseen R's. Um, that basically increases the chances of Mousier happening. But yeah, there's just 2 ways to draw it. So Noir under between Quartile and Sexer, that seems like the best bet for Alec, but he's going to spend, I think, as much time as possible just looking for some crazy word through the HA or the AI maybe. But yeah, there's nothing there, and the only way he could win this game is if Lukeman perchance just doesn't challenge a phony that he plays, and yeah, that's it.
I do just want to say that over in NWL, there's still a lot of game left in the matchup between Billy Nakamura and
Let's do it.
Saint Bezdapun. And Saint just took a 113-point lead in the game, needing to win by 160. Now, Billy, I'm looking at this, and Billy has great tiles. He's going to be able to score well. But maybe, just maybe, if Saint can bingo again, he might be able to run that score up. I don't
Let's
think
do
it's
it.
going to
Let's check
happen,
it
but
out.